And thank you for tuning in to the Tulsa Tempo podcast. We're coming to you from Blue Couch Studios, right here on Studio Row, across the street from the church studio, where we just got done listening to Tunes at Noon with our very special guest today, Chris Poppa Foster. Thank you for being on the show.
Thanks.
So how are you?
Wonderful.
It's been a minute. Yeah, you've been on the road for the past month or so, right?
Yep.
So how was that? Tell me about your road trip.
It was pretty amazing, you know, and we had a van and it held together and we slept in the van. Got to meet a lot of great people and hear some other great music, but mostly I played. Had a few nights off and that was enjoyable, especially by the time we got there.
Great time of year, so to travel in those areas because you were up east, right? And then you came down.
We went to Des Moines. And a couple places in Illinois, ended up in Minneapolis, came back through Chicago. We didn't get into Canada. It's a whole other story, but then kept going, went to the Catskills for 4 nights, and then Maine.
Yeah.
And then DC. And
how fun.
Skipped Asheville.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. So
that's too bad, but... So how was it to play at the church today? Have you ever played here before? At the church studio?
Oh, you mean like Tunes at Noon?
Have you ever recorded here?
Yeah, back in the 90s.
Yeah?
And did did a few little things. And also one time I loaded a B3 up the front stairs with the
old
crew
front
of guys.
stairs? Oh my gosh.
That was the most memorable thing I think of all. But I met Steve Ripley here. It was... Okay, so I hadn't met Steve Ripley before, and I was getting ready to record. It was Tate Quartet and Jacob Fred. I want to say it was like 98, 97, maybe, at Cain's Ballroom. And I had an 8-track reel-to-reel that I would take out sometimes. There's a place called Ford Audio where you get all your tapes. Well, they were out of tapes. I called them on Friday, and they're out, and I'm recording on Saturday, so I'm kind of panicking, and it's... Of course, I waited till 4:30 on Friday, and they're closed on Saturday anyway. So I started calling around and just different studios, you know, and trying to find some half-inch tape. And Steve answered the phone, and I didn't know him, like I said, and he said, "Well, come on over. I'm sure we got some stuff we can record over, you know, some old tapes that we don't need anymore." And so I got there, and he gave me like a 3-hour tour of the studio, and he showed me there was a few pianos, Steinway pianos. There was like 5 or 6 of them in there, but a couple of them worked. But then he showed me the automated board, which was all done mechanically. It's really interesting back in the 90s to see something like that where so I guess somehow it's encoded into the tape, all of the faders and everything like that. So anyways, really just sweetheart. Showed me he had Dweezil Zappa's guitar. He was working on a pickup for that. And
oh my gosh,
things
how
like
cool.
that. So.
That's great. So let's talk a little bit about your performance today. How was it performing for the first time for Tunes at Noon?
Oh, it was great.
Yeah,
it was cool.
It was a beautiful day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and crowd was nice. So.
Yeah, the concierge.
Yes.
That was nice. And it warmed up. Just about. I made the right
just about quitting time,
choice
right?
on the short sleeve shirt.
Yeah. So the first song that you did was called "Coming Home," and that's a new cut, you know, for you. So how did you? What's the story behind that song?
Well, I was on an island visiting one of my granddaughters, and my other daughter was having a lot of trouble. She just got into a little situation, and I won't even say it was her fault. So just want to say that because I know this is going to go out. So I was missing her, and I was wishing I could be there and help her and give her a hug and all that stuff. So it just kind of came up. Well, it came up just like that. And it's funny because then I just write it out of my head and then read it back, and it's got, several meanings that can be pulled from it. So have fun, folks. Everybody see the sun. Ain't nobody see the sun when it's raining. Coming home. Coming home. When the sky is wet, you're as close as you can get. When the sky is wet, you're so close to tomorrow. Coming home. Home.
When you write your songs, do you do it with your organ, your piano, or do you use your other instruments? How do you usually?
Yeah, just I guess I have a few different processes. Sometimes I get woke up in the middle of the night with sort of a idea, and it's like, wow, I want to go back to bed. No, I better get up and do this. So, anyways, and I had a guitar there for that one, so I wrote that on guitar and it turned it into a piano song for the piano solo outfit, if you will. So
That's nice.
But they come. Sometimes they come with the lyrics, and sometimes then I sit on a tune for a few months before the lyrics will open up to me. But
So, and the second song you did was called "Get Over," and I've heard that one before, and I like it. So, what's the story behind that song?
well, instead of telling the story, I like to more tell an antidote.
Okay.
I like to compare maybe breaking up in the 80s or 90s to breaking up with someone or trying to distance yourself from someone you might have been involved with. And just today, it's so much harder because if you go on Facebook, you see them. If you go on so this is kind of inspired by that. How's that? Descriptive enough?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you don't have stories like that, but I'm sure you see.
No.
them out on the road.
I have a story like that.
You do?
Definitely. Yes.
Oh, okay. Do you want to tell it?
No.
Okay.
Protecting people.
Okay.
I heard your song on a cloud today and saw a picture I don't want to see, 'cause it ain't gonna help you get over you or help you get over me. Ain't gonna help you get over me. I read about your life is going strong. You're almost precisely who you want to be, but it ain't gonna help me get over you or help you get over me. Ain't gonna help you get over me. I got a fever and a crooked heart, sometimes thieving, sometimes torn apart. I wish I could get back to the start, to feel it all again with you. You know I do. Oh, I'll sing you some sad, sad songs. I never tell the stories that are true, 'cause it ain't gonna help you get over me or help me get over you. Oh no, what's that, Dominic?
All right, and then the next one you did, that was the one where Set in Motion, and then it goes into Strange Nightmare.
Oh, it's really it's that same story that they told so many times in so many songs about just being a rambling man, not tied down, and I guess telling the story of one issue where maybe someone wanted to tie me down, and I just wasn't
happening,
catchable. Right.
That's
And then the second one, Strange Nightmare, that's more about a story where I did get caught. You know, you're with somebody you think you know, or you're hanging out with somebody you think you know, and they start acting a certain way, and you're just like, oh, I don't even know this person all of a sudden, you know. All the trust is like completely sucked out of the room.
Yeah, that happens definitely.
She coming up, she bought the truck, and now she got her garden growing. She comes to mind, she come on time, and gets her buds blooming. You know I'm set in motion, and my dreams are far away. I know we took so long to get here, but I got to leave here. I gotta get on to another place. She turning on like the wild hippies roam. There ain't no chasing her bad side. It's all because she acts as if she does not care if you and I are watching. You know I'm set in motion, and my dreams are far away. I know we took so long to get here, but I got to leave here. I gotta get on my way, yeah. She's hard and thrown like a sad morning song, and now her vision is over. She drank the wine, and she came on time, and landed safe in the clover. But now I gotta leave, I got to find my reprieve. I don't mean we didn't have a moment. So now take heed, don't try to supersede a man set in motion. You know I'm set in motion, and my dreams are far away. I know these old lines sound like turpentine. I don't mean to leave you blind, sister, but I gotta get on my way. Yeah, hell, gotta get on to another place. I don't know you anymore. Where did you go? Who is this I'm talking to? Have we met before? I don't recognize this beast laughing at me. Is this a strange nightmare or an ugly slice of reality? Where's my blanket? I'm headed for the door, but you got something that I need, and you're keeping keeping it out of reach.
So I heard you when you were talking in between your songs, you said that you were bringing the Tulsa gospel when you were spreading it, when you were on the road. So what do you mean by that?
I think when I was playing out a lot, some of them are like listening rooms where it's usually, I think it's kind of a specific style, and so, but there were other places too, and I feel like people would be like, "Oh, where are you from?" Tulsa. Oh, whoa, and some of them they'd heard of it, but a few times I'm like, "Anybody been to Oklahoma?" And they're just like, it's really quiet, it was really cool to talk to people, especially people that were, in the area, music fans, and some people, they'd post about it and they'd see my website or some videos and they'd come out and want to check it out, and then they'd ask a lot about, what's going on in Tulsa, and a lot of them were really surprised. A few of them have heard that Tulsa's really, got incredible music scene, but being able to share it and then boast about it. I mean,
Well, I know that you are a very loved person on the scene. When I was telling people that you were going to come on our podcast, I was talking to a couple musicians over at the Colony, and I said, "Yeah, I have Poppa Foster, on Tuesday." And one guy said, "Oh, Poppa Foster, he's right here," And I know Nate, he says that you guys have had, have this excellent relationship, where he'll tell you, he said he will tell me if I don't sound good. He's gonna be like, "You know what, dude, that is not happening," and he appreciates that, so
it doesn't happen often.
that's what
Nate.
he's pretty good.
He's pretty on it.
So what do you, when you hear that, when people think, say, how much they enjoy your music, I always describe when somebody says, "What kind of music does he play?" if they've never heard of you, I'll say, I think he's almost like whimsical. I said his music makes me happy, and sometimes his lyrics aren't, are deep. I can feel them, but I always am happy, to be around that. And so when you hear, the people that follow you, the local musicians especially, because you have a strong love there. How does that affect you in your playing, or do you do anything differently when you know somebody's in the house, that really admires you?
I would say that if there's a really good piano player in their house, I get nervous.
Really?
A little bit. Usually, I think if there's certain people that I know their like musical tastes, I might throw a song in that I think they'll like or something like that. I don't know. I mean, usually when I hear this stuff, I kind of want to just change the subject, but it's becoming better about, criticism and compliments, I guess is.
I don't hear
I
don't hear criticism though, so yeah, I think
That's because I got some underground.
Oh, that you're paying off?
Hushed.
Yeah, okay.
Keep that quiet, yeah.
That's from the tip bucket, right?
Right.
So
Henchman,
that's great. So, and you do a regular Friday happy hour over at the Colony.
Yep.
So what time does that start?
6 to 8.
That's a great way to start the weekend off.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Colony's a great vibe.
And then I get to go home early unless I have another gig, which sometimes I do, but sometimes it's good to go.
And sometimes you hang out with us, so that's always cool.
Yes. Well, and then a lot of times there'll be great bands to check out at Colony after me too. So
Yeah.
I shouldn't say a lot of times, I guess most of the time. But.
Yeah, and sometimes you work with a full band. You're Poppa Foster and the Grits.
There's the Grits.
Yeah. So tell me about that.
I think, when people say what style do you play, I don't know. But when I ask what style the Grits is specifically, it's kind of like a New Orleans, Memphis blues, New Orleans kind of like funk or, Allen Toussaint related,
Yes.
meters related. And definitely like, Dr. John and then Leon Russell and the Tulsa sound too, of course. It's all kind of mixed in there with a horn section. With a nice, now it's a 4-piece horn section. It's been
Really? Oh.
been 6. People laugh. I do too. It gets over. It gets out of hand sometimes. But we've had the same band for a couple years now. So
Do you have anything coming up with the band?
I don't know that we do, but I have another band since we're here.
Okay.
I'll say it. I play bass. And Nate's on guitar, and Roger Ray's on pedal steel, and Mason Rimmel on the drum kit.
Okay.
And it's called the Poppa Foster Good Time Band.
Okay.
And I made a commitment to keep it a 4-piece band because it seems like I'll start a band out and then it just grows into, it's like, oh, you can play. Let's get you on this thing. So we're trying to keep it a 4-piece band. At least it has been for a while. We have a Halloween show coming up, and then we're playing at a festival in like Oklahoma City way, Pig Fest, Wellston, and then we're doing Mondays at the Merc.
Oh, you're gonna do a residency there?
In December, yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay,
And there's 5 of them, so that'll be fun.
that's great. Yeah, I like Roger Ray a lot. I'm a big fan of his.
Yeah.
I
You're not the biggest fan. I don't know if you've seen.
Oh no, he's the biggest fan. Roger Ray's biggest fan.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Is that what it is?
He Muscat showed up at a gig one time to see us, but he was hiding because Roger, he hadn't really confronted him since he had put that thing on Instagram. He's like, "What are you doing, man?"
Poor Roger.
I know. Yeah,
He's funny,
Roger's amazing. I like to give him so there's a song called Withering Garden I played a little later in the set today, but I like to give him a nice 4 or 5 minute introduction. Mm-hmm. He's like,
He's phenomenal.
no, we want to hear this.
Yeah, he's really good, and he's very nice. He's very nice, very professional, and he's funny. I get a kick out of
Absolutely.
him. Yeah, he's a lot of fun. So well, do you have anything else to talk about? Anything else to plug? All your socials. We can find you on Facebook, Insta.
Yep, I released a song. Maybe it's been a month now, right before I left for a tour called "Cheerful Goodbye."
I saw
I didn't
that,
play it today. Huh.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's on. It's. I like it. It's a good song.
Yeah.
It's got
And you
the
have an
usual-
album out?
And I've got the Grits album out, and then there's a Grits album that's been out for almost 2 years now.
Mm-hmm. And we can find it on all the streamings too.
Nope, just have to buy the record.
Oh, off
down
your
at No, I'm
website,
kidding. Yeah,
Right.
you can find it on the streamings, and you can
I
and you
thought I
can
listened
also.
to it stream.
Yeah, I'm just playing. But we like it when people buy records too.
Yeah.
If you have a record player, it's really a great way to go.
Yeah, definitely. So well, thank you so much for being on the show today. I really appreciate your time. I love talking with you. So I hope you can come
Thanks,
on
Amy.
again soon. And well, I'll definitely be out to see you. So because I'm a fangirl. So
Right.
I will be there. So
I appreciate
thank
it.
you. And thank you for tuning in to the Tulsa Temple podcast, coming to you from Blue Couch Studio, right across the street from the church studio. If you want to do your own podcast or a video, please reach out to us. Our contact information is in the description. Yeah. And thank you guys for tuning in. My name is Amy, and I'm your hostess. And we'll see you next time.